Nothing to help break up the old walking terrified through a cornfield demo we just had of Slender the Arrival with the tearing pell-mell across dirt in an ATV demo that we're about to have with MX versus ATV Supercross. Joining me on stage is Ken George from Big Bang Entertainment, here to talk about the game. Ken, welcome to the stage.
Thanks.
We're excited to have you here, and I know there are a lot of people excited to see you here because the MX versus ATV series has got a really loyal following.
That's right. It's been 3 years since the last game came out, MX vs. ATV Alive, and it's definitely time. They would generally come out every year and a half or 2 years. So we're really excited to get back working on it. We've rounded up a bunch of the old Rainbow Studios guys to start building some tracks, tuning up the physics and having fun.
And we've got it in action right now, actually. So let's check out gameplay of MX versus ATV Supercross happening now. First off, just tell us what system this is on that we're looking at.
Well, we're looking at it on PS3, but it will also launch on Xbox 360.
Excellent. And, a familiar sight to any MX versus ATV fan, but like one of the things about this game is how many, different vehicles, different modes you get in, the different options you sort of present the player with. So what mode, what vehicle are we in now? What do we got?
So this, we're playing the 450 Supercross mode. So you start off with a you start off with a stock bike, but you can eventually work up to a pro level Supercross bike. We're brought back Supercross tracks, which we were only able to deliver a couple on MX vs. ATV Alive. The fans really wanted to have Supercross tracks, so that's what we started off with this game. So we have a full 17 race motocross series or Supercross series. And you start out on the smaller 250 bikes and work your way up through a couple seasons of that. Then we'll let you race the 450s here like we're playing now.
So you guys have got kind of a season structure going. Is that like a career mode? You sort of build your biker and build your stable, or your racer and build your stable of conveyances?
Sure, it's a kind of a more simple arcadey style. Like you start off in the 250 East, then you go to 250 West, and once you've mastered that, then you can do the full 17 race series on. So it's new from Alive. Alive had a leveling system, but
whoa. We got first-person racing going on right now.
Yep.
Are you a first-person guy or a third-person guy when it comes
I'll
to?
do both. I'll do both. I get my fastest times in first person actually.
Oh,
so.
really?
Yep.
Does that put you? You said you actually do race.
Yeah, I've been racing for 6 years. Taking a year off right now, but.
The development schedule getting a little hectic?
Oh, a little bit. You might say that.
So you're switching between your first person, third person. I'm sorry, I think I interrupted you earlier when you were talking. First person has its advantages, but you also don't get to see the terrain deformation that's happening behind you.
So yeah, you get a little bit better view of that. So what we have is a really sophisticated terrain deformation system that lays down ruts. So over time, you'll see where the AI has laid down the track, and sometimes you can
blaze
hook up
a new
in there.
track.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
No, but you can make your own ruts and cut a earlier line like Reinhardt's doing here, or you can follow the line where everybody else is. So it kind of helps as a guide of like where the other guys are fast, but if you could cut a faster line somewhere else, that's great. And then you could use your own ruts to hook up a little better in the corners. And we've evolved it over time. It started in Reflex, it was tuned in Alive, and now we're really happy with where we're at.
Yeah, so it's not just the cosmetic, like, oh, this track's getting torn up. It's you can actually lean into it in a different way because you know that deep rut is there.
Exactly. You can, you just hook right up in there. It's great. It feels great.
Very cool. Of course, we've got two wheels in action now, but MX versus ATV. Well, I'm sorry.
He just ejected right there.
Yeah,
just for fun.
We just got derailed again real quick because is that a thing you can just do anytime in the game?
Yeah. There's a 4-button combination you could just like launch. We have about 15 minutes of fun every day doing that.
Right. I gotta say that was one of my favorite things about Grand Theft Auto 5 was the ability to just kind of ragdoll yourself.
You bet.
And doing it here, doing it in trials, it just.
Well,
we gather around and let me check. All right, I got this. Are we gonna hit it at the right time? You flail, you crash.
Yeah, you bet. Can I eject into the stands, or can I get over the start-finish line? That kind of stuff. So it's fun because if you get frustrated, you can't beat you can't beat a particular race. You just want to play around and blow off a little steam, and then get serious again and do another race.
And I feel like that'd be an important part of this because you guys have the very tuned racing, the track dynamics, the very competitive edge.
Sure.
You also want to have a little fun with it.
Oh no, exactly. And we've talked to some of the very top pros in racing, and they like to kick back and have fun. They don't want it to be super technical. They do that every day.
Yeah.
You gotta get out there and have fun.
They love to just throw themselves off the bikes willy-nilly.
Yeah, I'll just throw my career away. That's fine. $2 million a year. That's fine. Whatever.
No problem. Yeah. Just for laughs. Woohoo! Oh, video games helping us do the things we would die doing in real life. All right, so this is a Supercross course, and of course Supercross is in the title of the game, but do we have, what's the kind of course variety folks can look forward to here?
Well, we really focused on the Supercross events, so we delivered a lot of tracks, 17 this time, so it's quite a bit, and we will have some DLC later that will give you more free ride opportunities and more variety later. But we wanted to get this game and this experience out as soon as possible because we made some really big changes to the physics, brought back rhythm racing, which is where you get into tune with the rhythm of the track and you jump either doubles or triples and that kind of things, and it feels really rewarding when you hit it like there. You just hit that there.
Yeah.
If you get a little bit out of time, you lose a little bit of time.
But once you're into that groove, it's so
it feels great. Yeah, exactly. And we brought back the clutch and flick preload to get back into rhythm if you get out of sync. That's made it so much more enjoyable. We also kind of tuned down the amount of wrecks, so you can just keep racing because it's no fun to do it in real life, and it's not too fun to do it here either.
So it's a little more rub-in, like you can, you can have incidental collisions, but not.
Exactly. Yeah, we got it set up so you can't really abuse the AI too much, and they're not going to abuse you, but. Just found that people don't like to spend time laying on the ground. They want to burn laps.
I got to say, though, when they were bouncing off each other, I was having visions of my Sega Genesis past and kind of wishing there was like a crowbar in that guy's head.
Have
you guys ever thought of, like going a little bit more bonkers with game modes? Something, obviously throwing yourself around, you can have some fun with that, but like, have you thought about getting really silly?
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of, great ideas that we're going to need time to develop and get in the game.
Okay.
And we really wanted to get this one out as soon as we can because it's been 3 years and people are like, I don't know, we probably get like 20 questions every day on Facebook, like, when's it coming out?
When's it coming out? So yeah, people clamoring for it. So when are you guys aiming for the release of MX versus ATV Supercross?
Third quarter.
The third quarter this year?
That's what we can say.
And you mentioned that's going to be an initial release, but then you're hoping to support that with DLC as well?
Yep.
Can you give us any insight into what like the pricing structure might be of the initial game versus the DLC stuff? You guys
I'm not sure we've announced a price yet, but it's going to be a great price. It's going to be a really good value, a lot of game for the money.
Very cool. Ken George from Big Bang Entertainment here with MX versus ATV Supercross. Thank you so much for coming on the set.
Thanks a lot.
To have us check it out, to give us a taste of that fan favorite franchise in action.